I actually wanted to start YouTube a long time before I actually started, because I always liked, you know, being on camera, just expressing my ideas and opinion, but like I always never did it because like, oh, I don't have enough time, or I don't have a camera yet. Eventually I looked at different YouTubers and I was like, you know what, I want to do this. I want to do a comedy channel, but I didn't see many girls or many black girls doing comedy. There's mostly like makeup and hair, and I was like, well, I don't want to start a makeup channel because I don't wear makeup. I don't really care about, you know, like making hair tutorials. And then I came across Lily Singh Superwoman. I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. I want to do this, you know, skits and, you know, do comedy videos.
I had a couple other YouTube channels in my lifetime when I was in middle school, maybe even elementary school, I'm not sure. And then also I had one in high school. And when I had that channel in high school, I was making it basically because like I had a friend that made videos too, and then she knew someone else that made videos. I just thought that was really cool, so I think that's why I started my channel. I don't really even know why, other than being like YouTube famous, I guess, because I was like 14. And then now I would like to get exposure for my music.
Basically, like I said in yesterday's video, this channel was like a birth child of my depression. I was just going through a rough time and I was trying to force myself to get out of this dark place, pretend to be fine in order to make a video. Basically to distract me from any problems that I'm having. So this is basically what this channel is.
I liked the idea of being able to film something, edit something, upload it, and get people to give me their thoughts on what I was making. I was studying film at university and I wanted to practice my editing because I didn't really have too much experience with editing, and that's essentially what I wanted my career to be. And at the moment I'm working as a videographer, so I'm kind of like halfway there. Little bit. So yeah, being able to make edits and get people's thoughts and opinions on it, because obviously getting feedback on your work is critical when you're starting out as an editor.
I was already a fan of a lot of different creators, so I thought to myself that I could be part of that, and a lot of my friends told me I should start a channel. They thought I had a good like YouTube personality, I guess. Don't know why I thought that. I'm incredibly awkward and uncomfortable and introverted, but you know, it's okay.
It's always kind of been a passion of mine. I grew up watching a bunch of iCarly, so I'd pretend like I had my own internet show. And then fast forward a few years when YouTube started to gain more and more popularity, I'd watch a bunch of Smosh and Ryan Higa, and then eventually I just decided to make my own channel.
So, as I said in my introduction, I posted like 8 years ago, and I just posted it because I wanted to. I guess that's kind of what it was. Like, it took me a while. I literally had 3 other channels where I would do like a tag yourself, or like a friend tag, or like a me and my parents tag, like fun stuff like that. I would always take it down because I was scared what other people were gonna think, and like my friends and like people around my school. But the first thing I ever actually did, which is like taken down, was I did a Vlogmas like 2 years ago or a year ago. It's very hard from the get-go to be like discouraged and know that like, oh, no one's gonna watch my videos, no one cares about it. But just do it, jump in, get excited, and just, it's all about hyping yourself up, because at the end of the day, it's you talking to yourself. If you think about it, you're just talking into a camera.
I don't have any like specific reason I started YouTube besides I just loved watching it. I watched YouTubers all the time. I want to do it myself. If I love something so much, I always want to try it myself, and it's something that anyone can do. Get my phone and video myself talking to a camera. Really, anyone can just go for it, and I loved it so much, so I wanted to try it myself.
I cannot stress this enough. use what you have. I'm pretty sure you've seen those cliche YouTube videos of some girl with this high saturated video sitting in her bedroom. They got a whole bunch of glitter and stuff on the wall. On that purple little fuzzy bed with the glittery canopy on the bed. Like, yeah, if you want to start a YouTube channel, I advise you buy like a really high definition camera. You buy like numerous ring lights, some studio box lights, and make sure you buy like Final Cut Pro and da-da-da. No, those are lies. That's all a lie. Start simple. You know, you don't have a camera, but you have an iPhone. Use it. For example, all my videos were made with iPhones. Every video in 2018 that I've made have just now been made with a camera. Back in 2015, I filmed my iPhone 5, got a selfie stick, attached it, that was my camera. I used to edit on my iPad. Got iMovie for free on my iPad, and I used several different apps to get like effects and graphics. Like, I was going through it. Like, in order to make one video, I need to run this video through this app if I want to put like a filter on it for like effects. Then I have to run that video through this app if I want to put like text on it. It was a process. I was like, look, I wanted to do this since 2007. I made it work. So it's like, you can do that. So like, if you have a computer, use your web camera. You have a phone, use it. Don't let anything stop you, and do not let people tell you, oh, you need to buy this, that, the third. No. I mean, if you want to buy that when you get started, there's nothing wrong with that. It's easier for you to progress. Get comfortable with filming. Get comfortable being in front of a camera before you waste your money on a camera. Don't have these people out here fooling you thinking you need to buy this, that, the third to get started, because you don't.
Absolutely not. Most like phones and laptops have cameras that are decent enough to use for filming, and most computers do have a built-in editing software. There are some really good free ones that you can download. I would buy that if YouTube becomes your career. You're definitely gonna need like good equipment, but if it's just like, if you're starting out, you don't need that.
I would recommend that you don't buy all of that when you're just starting out, because lots of people start YouTube and don't like it. That's okay. You don't want to put so much money into it and then you have all this money that's lost and you're like, oh, this isn't really for me, or you just get sick of it after a week. I feel like that holds so many people back from not making videos when they could have been making videos this whole time when you don't need. I actually film on my phone. Most people don't know that. They think I film with a camera. But no, this is my iPhone 5. It's not even a good iPhone. The camera is the least important thing. I feel like lighting can make any camera look good. I wouldn't buy a camera without a microphone, because I know lots of people who have cameras, but then the sound quality is terrible because it needs a microphone. So I wouldn't buy a camera without a microphone. And there's lots of cheap editing software. I use Video Shop. It's an app. I think it's free when I got it, but I think now it's like $3. So yeah, you don't really need to spend a bunch of money, especially if you're just like starting out. I would not spend a bunch of money.
Not at all. Everyone has to start somewhere. Just get a big open window, your phone, and whatever free editing software you can get your hands on, and start creating videos.
No, I think that's like a lot of excuse that I made for myself. It's like, oh, I don't have, well, I didn't even focus on editing the first time I started. Like, editing, what's that? But like, I didn't have a camera or lighting. Like, you use natural light. That's what I'm using right now. I use natural lighting. It's only recently that I got an updated camera, but I don't think you need any of that stuff. Like, you have a cell phone, you have yourself, that's all you really need. Because like, or your laptop, like if you have a webcam, and I don't think it really matters, because like, you could have a quality camera and you can have lighting and editing software and you could still produce crap.
The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this?
So like, as long as you have yourself, you like what you're doing, start, bro.
If you want to start a YouTube channel, it's honestly like not that expensive to start. It's not necessary, in my opinion, to have a fancy camera, fancy lighting. The editing software is really not that necessary if you're just starting out. If you don't know that you want to like do YouTube and keep doing it, and you think you might get tired of it, that buying a bunch of fancy equipment is not good, because then if you decide to quit, then you just invested all that money for nothing. iPhones have really good cameras, surprisingly. I use my phone, I use natural lighting, I don't use any of that fancy stuff. But once you grow and you can maybe afford to upgrade that stuff, then I would say go ahead and do it. It's gonna improve the quality of your videos.
You'll always hear, oh, I have the Canon Rebel T3i and the Diva Light and Final Cut Pro. Let me tell you right now, I have none of those. I'll be honest, my lighting and my camera has changed a little bit, but I basically started with my iPhone 5S. I just put it on my bookshelf on my windowsill so I could have natural lighting coming in. And I just did that. That like worked for me for like a couple months, and then I saved up a lot of money because I do have a job during the summer. So I saved up a lot of money, around $300, $400, and bought a Rebel, what do I have? I bought an EOS Canon, like the simplest one, and that's what I've been using. No extra lenses. People always have like the 35mm lens. I don't have that lens. I just adjust the lens that it came with, and that works perfectly for me. I do have 2 big box lights here that I got again on eBay for like 30 bucks. So I'm kind of like the ghetto YouTuber. Like I just kind of like buy, like scour eBay, do weird biddings just to get things that work for me. One of the most popular videos on my channel to this day is something that I filmed on an iPhone. Editing, I literally have a 2011 MacBook Pro. This bitch is old. She runs so slow. To turn it on, I have to turn it on an hour ahead of time. Oh, you know, fucking PewDiePie, he has this super cool camera with a like 12-foot long lens, huge lights, a ring light, and a big fancy microphone. You don't need that, to be honest. Like, if you have the personality, you'll go with it. Like, you just don't need big, super cool things.
Absolutely not. You see YouTubers with these huge rigs, huge setups, massive cameras, huge mics. You don't need that. As long as you have the idea, the confidence, and a creative like plan for a video, you can just make it with your iPhone. Most iPhones come with Movie Maker, that's Windows, oh shit. Most iPhones come with iMovie on them, so you can just film it straight from your phone, edit it on your phone. There's no need for huge fancy lights. I have a Canon 70D camera with a Rode mic. I'm filming this on a Canon G7X, but honestly, you could just film it on your phone. I thought it was completely pointless to get my whole rig out for just for this, because you just don't need it. It's unnecessary. And I feel like too many people get caught up in spending a lot of money to have the latest setup because another YouTuber has it and their videos look good. I feel like you should focus on getting your idea, your creative side onto YouTube and finding who your audience are before you start spending a lot of money on different setups.
Get to know me videos are really good, and like just sort of an introduction to your channel would be cool. Just like talking about things you like and you're interested in want to make to create, or you can just jump into the kind of content you want to create.
You could do like to start your channel, like I did a tag yourself, and that's still up. Like I talked about, oh, like what's my favorite food? Spaghetti. What's my favorite drink? Diet Coke. Like things like that, like just to let people know who you are and really kind of get a glimpse of your personality and who you are. And I think that's just the coolest way to jump into it, like telling people about you and what they're about to see, what they're about to expect. You could also just jump into like a common theme. If you want to do vlogging, do a vlog. Hey, this is me, like look, here we go, I'm vlogging, I'm walking down the street. Like just be yourself. Like I cannot stress that enough. Be yourself. It's still taking me a while, and I'm still figuring it out how to be myself 100%, and it's such a hard thing to do because you never know who's gonna see a video that you post, or if it's gonna flop, or if it's gonna go, and you feel shitty if it flops, but you shouldn't, because it's you and you're happy about what you did. And that's like the main thing. If you're happy and 100% passionate behind what you're doing, you're all set.
I don't know, it depends like what do you want to do with YouTube. If you don't know, I think a good idea is just to start with an introduction video, maybe a Q&A. An introduction video is like simple. You can tell people what they can expect, what they will see on your channel, give them like a little intro to who you are. For me, I just started out with a comedy video, like, you know, just because I kind of knew where I wanted to go. But yeah, like eventually you'll make more videos and you'll grow. Like your first video is never going to be amazing. You're going to look back at it and you're going to be like, what the F? It's going to cringe you. But that means that you have growth. That's growth right there.
It's all up to you. You know, what do you want your channel to represent? I think an introduction is always a good like starter video or get to know me tag. And along the way, you kind of discover what content you like to make.
I think do your research and find something that interests you, because it's pointless making a video just because somebody else made that video. I find that on YouTube you find a lot of people making the same thing. So if you go from channel to channel, you'll find one person making one video, and then if you go to another YouTube channel, it's the exact same video by just somebody else. So I feel like doing your research, finding something that's unique to you and unique to something that you feel happy with creating. I think that it's important to do that before you start plotting down ideas, before you start making a video.
So of course it depends on what content you want to make. My big thing is just look at what other people are doing and take inspiration from them. Of course, don't copy other channels. And if you're taking someone's idea or like tag or something, give them credit. Looking at inspiration, what other people's doing, the best way to get your own ideas, especially if you're just starting out and you haven't figured out your niche or what you like to do yet.
I think finding one of those like for a question pictures or answering a bunch of would you rather questions would be a good starting video. Not only does it give you something to put out that's very low maintenance on the creative side of it, but it gives your viewers a chance to see who you are as a person.
I think it really depends on your channel as well. Definitely for like any channel, an intro video is probably a good thing, you know, letting people know like why you're doing what you're doing. Get to know me tags so people like can get to know you since you're like a stranger basically.
So my channel started out as, I kind of want to say like a knockoff like Eva Gutowski type of thing. Like I was very into like the guru lifestyle. Like look at my room, I did a room tour, I did a tag yourself, I did a meet my friends, I did the headphone challenge, like challenges and stuff. It has changed like crazy. I deleted all of those videos and I started posting videos that like I thought were funny. So excuse me if you get offended by this, but I did a DIY dildo video out of slime. I've actually done 3 of those. I've done vlogs, I've done videos where I just talk, like I call them real talks, like I just sit in front of the camera and just talk about my day and like what pissed me off today basically, like where I just bitch about everything. And I do a fuck ton more reactions recently because I personally love reacting. I think it's such a cool like concept, like to watch someone else watch what you've already saw. I love that. So yeah, that's kind of what my channel has turned into, like reactions and fun stuff, and like again whatever I want to post because that's what I'm behind and 100% love to do.
I think my channel turned more into a vlog channel because I mostly was going to do like comedy, but as I started doing comedy videos, people were like, oh my god, you should vlog, you're so funny, you should vlog. I was like, no, my life is boring, I don't vlog. But then I tried it out and it was like easier to make compared to the comedy videos, but it wasn't as fulfilling. You know, I got tired with it real easy and I just became like, I don't know, I didn't really care for YouTube at the point because like I don't really care to do this. I'm not happy with the content I'm making. I felt that I was making content for everyone else rather than myself. So what I would say is like, don't focus on creating content for everyone else or what you think people would like. Focus on what you like. You know, if it's like a form of expression for you, then do it for that, because then you're going to lose like the fun of it, and you don't want that to happen.
My channel was like a pure comedy channel. Like there was a lot more sketches and I want to get back to that. It had to evolve. You know, there's like classic like Dan Phil or like Emma Black reviews where you're like complaining about a problem like procrastination and then you talk about it and there's little sketches in it and you're just complaining. But I don't really like those as much anymore and they're not as popular anymore. That's not what I do anymore. I think the more you make videos and play around with stuff, you'll figure out what you like to do and what you do best, and what you start out doing isn't going to be what you end up doing.
I started out doing Loot Crate unboxing videos. It's not original at all, but it would give me something to put out at least once a month, and I tried to get at least one other video in between the Loot Crate videos just to kind of have some sort of alternation between it. And I eventually just stopped that about 1.5 years into it because I was getting tired of it and my viewers were getting tired of it. I started out doing Loot Crate unboxing videos. It is not at all original, but it would give me stuff to upload at least once a month. And because I wouldn't want it to be like 2 Loot Crate videos in a row, it would force me to find something else to upload in between those videos just to keep up a little bit of, what's the word? Some variety. That's the word. Oh yeah, nailed it. It would help me keep up some variety with my videos. And then I think about 1.5 years into it, I just stopped because both myself and my viewers were getting over it. But it definitely did help me out in the beginning.
Over time, it came into, well, not even over time, just like after like maybe like my 5th, 4th video, I was like, hey, instead of just worrying about myself, I want to kind of reach out to the people. So it's like, well, instead of me using this channel for just myself, let me use some of my characteristics and my charm and spread some positivity to people watching. So it came from, I mean, yeah, this channel's still kind of like a distraction for me when I'm like sad or like upset about something. But also it's like, I'm just trying to use my channel as like a safe haven. Like, hey, you're going through some stuff, I know. I'm here to like get your mind off of it and just change your outlook on things. And hopefully that's what I'm doing. Hopefully that's what this channel is to people. So that's kind of what the idea of my channel has evolved to this day. if that makes sense.
So yeah, my original idea was to practice my editing, and then I started to get comments from people saying that they liked certain things. So I thought I'd try it out. I did try out the tag videos, I tried out all those different things that you see on a like typical YouTuber's page. But then I've recently discovered that that isn't for me, and I'd just rather take my own approach to it. Like I said before, I want to start creating videos with more of a filmmaker's approach to things and not necessarily sitting down and talking to a camera like this. Like after this, I probably won't ever do this kind of sit down setup again.
That I started my channel to get exposure for my music, but I also want to start posting like mental health videos and opening up about some stuff, so that's kind of what it turned into as well. The fashion thing kind of came along too.
Originally I wanted to be a lot like most YouTubers out there and do stuff like vlogging and challenges, makeup videos, sketches, all that kind of stuff. But I realized I didn't like to do that. So that was that. And then now I'm doing music, which I love and I like, and that's something I'm passionate about.
So that concludes Tuesday's topic. Make sure you come back tomorrow on Wednesday where we talk about growing an audience. So as always, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.